aka Undead Decay. Today we are playing Curse of Strahd Barovian Daze. This is, I believe, episode 23? 23? Math, numbers, and stuff and junk?
23.
23. So, yeah, we're doing things and stuff and junk, but before I get into what we've been up to and what we're about to get into, let's go ahead and introduce our players, starting with, let's start with Raccoon. Who are you? Who are you playing?
Oh, hi. I'm a Raccoon Random. You can find me here on Twitch. Actually, you can't anymore because things are in the works, which I'm not going to spoil just yet. But you can find me on Twitter at a Raccoon Random, where I'm putting together plans. I'm retweeting dumb stuff and political stuff. Recently, I've been on the dirtier side of Twitter. Don't ask. Careful if you follow me. But yeah, no, that's all that I've got going right now. Anything I have planned is too early to talk about yet.
Alright, and who are you playing? Did you say?
Oh, I'm playing Tyrion Helbram, the rather foppish Solidarity Domain Tiefling Cleric, who often puts his foot in his mouth, but seems to have his heart in the right place, I think. I hope.
Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and move over to Luna. Who are you playing?
Hello.
Who are you? All that.
Hi. I am Luna, and I am playing Magdalene Briars, the rabbit folk rogue, who has very recently begun being a little more thiefish. But it's for the party's benefit and ultimately for the greater good. So it's a great thing. Yeah, that's. You can find me on Twitter at Simable Draws, where I make art, except not very much anymore, but I'll still do it sometimes. Anyway, that's all for me.
Alright, yeah, and it's good art. It is good art. So moving right along, HCP, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, I am attired by, I am playing as Atari the ASMR Bard. You can find me over on the Bark Knox channel this coming Sunday for Rebels of Spira, which is part of the Final Fantasy D6 system. Where we are basically going through the story of Final Fantasy X and trying to fight an evil space whale who is my character's mom.
Who are you here?
Hmm?
So who are you here?
I am Zatari. I said that at the beginning.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, you're fine.
It's okay. Totally fine.
I was enveloped in a pear.
No, that's fair.
Alright, you got anything else for
yeah.
us? Sorry.
Not really. You can find me sometimes as a guest on other friends' streams, but that's about it.
Alright, cool, cool. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move over. Strider, do your thing.
Delicious. Anyways, I'm Strider.
God damn
Strider
it,
Winters
Nick.
everywhere on the internet. I am Strider Winters. You can find me. Really, the easiest place is going to be on Discord here, and the best place to find me on Discord would be to go to the Bardic Knox channel and go join his Discord because I am his mod on both Twitch and Twitter. Not Twitter. Twitch and Discord. I don't know why I said Twitter. But here I am playing Orawalla, and she is a wonderful tiefling eldritch knight who's just an absolute treat to be around. And if surprised there aren't any groans from my co-players.
We're trying to let you talk.
I almost said playmates, and I'm like, that's not right.
Now hold on. That is something that Oriwalla would 100% call us.
It would be, but I'm not her. I am playing her.
Anyway.
But anyway, she's a tiefling eldritch knight. She is batshit insane.
No, that's it. There's Sucky.
She's fun to play.
Alright, awesome. With that being said, let's go ahead and move over. Reese, do your thing, do your thing.
I'm Reese. I am playing Shadow of a Star, the Tabaxi Twilight Cleric, who probably overthinks everything like I do. I have a Twitter. You can find me at Reese Fleece. I don't do anything for myself, but I do retweet things as they come across my timeline. You can occasionally catch me lurking or being on other people's streams, but that's all I've got.
All right, awesome. And like I mentioned earlier, I am Kay, aka Undead K. You can find me on my Twitter, which the Twitter handle is actually on my nameplate. Not going to bother through all that. You can also find me, obviously, on my own Twitch channel. Today we are, in fact, recording because hotel Wi Fi is a thing. With that
Mm-hmm.
being said, let's go ahead and jump right into things. So, when last we left off, your investigation was very quickly interrupted by a saber-toothed tiger. You know, normal everyday things. Saber-toothed tiger jumps out of a carriage. It's fine. Um, uh, Things had happened. Magdalene discovers that at the Coffin Maker, there's some sketchy stuff going on, so they had decided to investigate it later. After trying to speak with the Coffin Maker and having no luck, from there, everybody starts to head back and essentially decides to intervene with the whole tiger issue. And yeah, so they essentially basically learn that it is a trained tiger. Everything's fine. Everything's good. Um, and essentially, Rictavio, the owner of said tiger, is going to be performing at tomorrow's festival. However, there are certain things that you all have to do before the festival. One of which being taking care of Izek, whatever that means. I believe you had all decided not to kill him. At least that's the game plan. You all discussed game plan for a while, and I think everything's in motion. And yeah, you have his schedule. You know how many guards he's going to be with, and essentially you narrowed it down to 3 locations. After some debate, you were able to narrow it down to 1 location. It is a little bit later at night, approximately 10 p.m. By this point. Um, and we're just going to use this as just kind of a generic battlefield of sorts or whatever. You enter this narrow alleyway.
It's an alleyway.
Yeah, you're in an alleyway.
Yeah.
Setting everything up, getting ready for the group. If you want to place yourselves wherever, we'll just use this open area.
Okay.
Obviously,
God, the map doesn't fit the map.
It was one of those free to use maps, and they only came in gridded. I do it.
I know.
You could draw on it to make it more of an alleyway.
I would go ahead and say that yes, there are certain there are definitively some just broken crates, broken barrels, things that may have been used and discarded from the stockyard across the way.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Are we? I guess it's the alleyway to the north. It was a little hard for me to. I had a general idea, so I'm guessing north of the stockyard.
Yeah, it's like basically across the street and like a little bit to the west.
On the south end.
Okay, so.
Well, if you're at the entrance,
probably...
the street would be like here.
The way it should be on the south. Haha, I'm on the card.
So I'm assuming that this alleyway is the one to the north, and we'd be facing. That the idea is we're facing south, going this way.
Yeah, street would be down here.
So Izek is likely to come in from this direction then. That's the plan.
That's what you can surmise.
Okay.
Do we want to try and lure him over to about here and hit him from all sides? That way, he's further away from the street. There's a less of a chance for people to notice the fight going on, and we have a chance to get some sort of flanking on him and his men, and really just Just
Yeah. If
provide
this,
him with as few opportunities as possible.
yeah, if over here is like where a bunch of like broken stuff is, that would be a good place to hide. I think that would be a good idea.
80.
Shadow would place herself because of it sleeping in area effect, like in front of everybody else, so it doesn't accidentally catch party members.
Tyrion will be on this side, back here in the back, probably hiding behind a barrel or something.
All right, so
'Cause-
I'm gonna go ahead and just to kind of like move things along, not to, you know,
No.
sound pushy or anything, but just to kind of move things along.
No, I got
I'm gonna go ahead and say everybody, feel free to position yourself wherever. Just go ahead and position yourself. You know, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out the things and stuff and junk. And I would have everybody, everybody who is currently planning on and is hiding, go ahead and roll me stealth. I will say if you are trained, you can take 10 on the roll, or if you are not trained, you can go ahead and use advantage. Well, you can't.
good, because-
Yeah.
I have disadvantage on stealth, so
Mm-hmm. Heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
I would say though that in this instance, the disadvantage is more of a to keep things quiet. So if you're not moving around and this is
I
beforehand,
got a
moving.
net 20 on my basic roll.
everybody else has gone ahead and very successfully hidden themselves, while and kind of position themselves to be in an advantageous position for this ambush of sorts. Zatari, how far back into the alleyway did you want to be? The street would be here. How far back were you wanting to go to try to lure him?
Street about here. Maybe about.
Don't worry about measuring too much, because again, this is not to scale. So
Okay, maybe about like 20 feet. Like just like not far, or like far, not far from the street, but far enough to be like hidden. Or
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense.
no, I get what you're saying. So you just don't want to be visible from the street, but you're not trying to hide, per se.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody, spends a little bit of time to get into position of sorts, and Zatari, you are just a little bit a ways back from the thing, and around 10, uh, you do in fact see Izek and the two guards that you were told about sort of passing by the alley. They give a glance down the alley, and Izek sort of stares at you in like a questioning, what are you doing here sort of way.
Zatari, who does her best to make herself look a bit disheveled, kind of just looks at Izek and is like, oh, and just fake says, oh, finally someone's here. Okay, I promise, it isn't as bad as it looks. Oh dear, something, okay. I was trying to get prepared for the festival tomorrow. I thought to go back to get something because of helping with Lady Irina, and I had a friend with me. There was something that dragged them into alley. I tried to find them. I couldn't see them anymore, and I just don't know what to do.
Right. Well, Roll me a okay, yeah, you beat me to it. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, there's no way I could roll a nat 20 and he still wouldn't. Okay. So he sort
The
of
bard.
he sort of pauses for a moment. He looks back to his guards and, right. Well, I suppose it is our job to help us, or help you. So, help you we shall. Where exactly was this?
Well, we were just walking down like the street. I saw them go deeper into the alley. I blast me if I was still like a better fighter, I would have went in pursuit, but I assumed they went like that way, and Zatari just points deeper in, like basically north, or like this way.
Right. Well, I tell you what. You go ahead and stay here. And I will. Right, men. Let's go ahead and investigate. And they make their way down the alley. I'm getting to, I'll say about here.
As they leave, Zatari, just staying where she is, just shouts, "Oh, thank you, thanks, thank you. Please tell me if you see them or help them in any way you can." And then she just turns around and kind of just has like a smirk on her face.
As he's walking,
That's
he'll
the
just
way.
sort of look back and be like, right, was this the cat, the rabbit, or one of the ones with the horns?
Was the
Tyrion feels mildly offended.
One of the ones with the
That's
horn. Didn't you lose your horns?
One of them.
Lost
One of them?
One of them. He can't even remember our names.
He barely knows y'all. Anyway.
what
Moving
was the cat was helping me get stuff.
Right. He sort of mutters under his breath and continues his way down. Like I said, making it to about here. How far in are you wanting him? Are y'all like waiting for him to go?
Probably at that point.
Okay. Cool.
Did it show it?
Yeah. Are you? What level are you cast at second?
Yep.
Okay. It shows me the VTT, but it does not show me the roll.
You'll have
So
to roll the dice yourself, I think.
you can actually click it from the spell itself. Just click the 5d8 and then the additional 2d8.
I don't know why it did that, because damn.
Nice. 2 8s.
Not bad.
Okay, so that's a 24, so 29
Total, yeah.
total.
And at this point is where I'm supposed to cast silence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you waiting to see? Okay, yeah, you go ahead and cast silence. Sorry.
But probably after she casts that, because it's a verbal.
Yeah, no, I'm basically waiting to see her spell go off, and then my spell goes off.
Yeah, I'm assuming that there was some kind of like maybe you guys had like a hand wave or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that is...
Are you casting it centered on them?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
Oh, TikTok. Your thing, yeah.
just a whole square of no sound. And that is concentration, so I'll need to remember that.
Hilariously, sleep is the same radius, so we just like layered spells on top of each other.
There's just a little whisper of her casting the sleep spell, and then just everything goes silent in that sphere.
Oh
Yep.
God.
Wait, I have Spare the Dying. Beat this guy senseless.
No.
That's plan B.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Thought I was Plan B.
Anyway,
Plan C.
Anyway. Reeling in.
Sorry.
We're going to go ahead and say that the spells go off. one after another, be that you had hand motions or what have you. Again, don't have to worry too much about the map size
Yeah.
anyway. I will go ahead and say that. Give me 1 second. Oh, I pushed the wrong thing. Wow, go me.
Okay.
You watch as one guard lays on the ground and takes a nap. One guard is still up.
Oh no.
Oh well. Do we have to roll initiative at this point, or?
Yeah, I was actually about to call for that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna just make a note here. Sorry, it's still in beta.
Yeah,
The encounter run on D&D Beyond, so it's still a little
Yeah.
finicky. I'm just making a note on your end, Mag, that you go first.
Okay.
So it's actually going to start with Izek. I'm assuming silence is a somatic as or verbal as well. So technically, Shadow and Tyrion, you are both no longer considered hidden.
No.
Because you've given away your
Uh-oh.
positions.
No.
Anytime you cast a spell, it's technically how
Oh,
it
yeah.
goes.
Oh, I know. I already knew that.
That's okay. He can't call for help.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Guys, I won't have it.
So he is going to move in this direction, right on the edge of the sphere.
Mhm.
Hold up.
What?
He's coming towards me. Oh no.
Okay. Just double checking something real fast. Alright. Does a 22 hit?
Yes.
Alright, so, everybody watches. Now, you've actually only seen glimpses of this, but you watch as he sort of, like, pulls the cloak off of one side of his, off of his shoulder to reveal a long clawed arm, and with it a full little fireball kind of forms in his hand, and he throws it at Tyrion. Tyrion, he catches you, and a few of your beard hairs are singed, and that's
How
9
much damage do I take?
9 fire damage.
Okay, now I have resistance to fire.
Then you take half.
Yeah.
If you have
So it
resistance,
would be 4.
yeah. If
4
you
or
have,
5?
4, because it
4.
always
It's
runs
always
down.
yeah. If you have resistance to things, I'm letting y'all do the math. I'm just saying that is what I roll.
Hellish Rebuke.
I don't.
I've discovered that it can be from a distance.
Oh yeah, it does have a 60-foot range. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So,
And it's a deck save.
Yep.
All right,
yeah,
so
and,
he attacks you. You attack him right back with fire.
you little bitch!
Oh shit! I gotta get. Okay, 1 second.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead. He actually rolled a nat 1.
Oh.
Burn, you
Ah.
bitch! Burn!
Huh.
Do I get double damage?
No.
Dang it.
No. So basically, what's going to happen is he throws a fireball at you. You throw a fireball right back at him. He had already drawn his sword because he was lured under the guise of, hey, somebody dragged my friend off. However, you managed to catch his hand right, or you manage to catch him right in his hand, and his weapon, it's actually battle axe. I didn't mean to say sword. His battle axe goes ahead and flies out of his hand and lands 9 feet.
Damn.
So basically, what I just did was like in those old Wild West movies where they shoot the gun out of the hand.
Yes.
But with a fireball.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was his turn.
You
Um,
thought you were quick on the draw, boy!
Yeah, and it says Tyrion, but it actually is Magdalene.
Actually, I was gonna
Okay.
ask Magdalene, do you mind if I go first so I can give you advantage on something?
Advantage on what in particular?
You're a rogue, right?
Yes.
For your sneak attacks, you need if somebody's engaged with him, you get advantage.
There's also hidden.
Don't worry about it.
I'm also hidden already.
Yeah.
True, never
yeah,
mind.
y'all hid. So
So, let's see. Magdalene actually is seeing the battle axe fly out of his hand. Immediately just has the instinct to run. Let's see. That was 50 feet from where she was, so she'll have to use a dash to get to it.
I'd say that honestly, don't worry too much about distance. This is just narrow enough. You can make it.
Okay. So before she is revealed, when she goes about to right here, she's going to turn and try to fire at this one, like while she's still hidden, like kind of lean across the wall.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that would be, and that, and then one of those will get sneak attack if either hits.
All right. Oh yeah, you could.
Oh wait, no. Can I cancel the second attack actually?
Yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and cancel. And you would have had advantage, I believe, because you were hidden. So yeah, 19 definitely hits.
Okay. So 19 hits. So that'll be 15 damage against him. And then she's also going to run and pick up Izek's battle axe and try to use the rest of her movement to get closer to the group,
All right,
if possible.
cool. I'm gonna just say you're able to pick up the battle axe, no problem. I just deleted it to say that you have it on your persons right now.
Okay.
Cool. So that's going to go ahead and move us to Tyrion.
Great. Do. Where is that spell that I wanted to use? I cast Hold Person at 3rd level. I need him and the waking and the guard who's still awake to make
DC 14 is what it says.
display. I need them to make
Wisdom saves.
yeah.
I can see it in the description.
And at 3rd level I get to target both Izek and the guard who's still awake.
This would drop to the silence, but that's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the fewer spells we waste right now, the better. And Izek has already moved out of silence, so silence is already useless.
He's on the edge of it. He's not out of it. He just didn't have to talk to you. Use that thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would drop. There's him, and just double checking.
That guard. If it's this guard who's awake, Tyrion can get him.
Okay, so here's. Okay, so Tyrion, the spell drops, the silence spell, and both Izek and the other guard immediately tense up and try to like wiggle around, but they can't seem to get free.
I imagine Tyrion just standing there, both hands out, like with a grasping motion, and just looking between them with a mildly panicked look on his face as he looks over towards where the others are and going, I don't have a plan after this. This is as far as my thought process went. We have a minute. Do something.
All right. So that being said, I believe it is Shadow's turn, correct?
Yep. Well. Okay. I suppose. Oh, that's because I lost my drink. Damn it. Oh. Question is, did we have rope available already?
I mean, if you all had it, you would have had time to prepare. If it's in your equipment, I would say yes. You can say that you might have prepared something. This is
Tyrion
one of
doesn't
the
have
few
any.
instances I will let you pretend that this is mildly Blades in the Dark and have a couple of flashbacks.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, seeing that Izek is held and things are kind of going awry, she'll just kind of run forward and just try and quickly try and tie him up.
Roll me a sleight of
All
hand.
he's been. All right. It's not great, but it's not bad either.
Not bad.
Okay, give me 1 second here, and that's gonna be definite. Well, he got a 3 on the dice. So I
Why
rolled
were we
at
afraid of this man?
I rolled at
Oy vey.
disadvantage.
Oy
Apparently
vey.
y'all are getting the good rolls tonight.
Good. No, we need them. We need them.
Yeah.
So yes.
Things could have gone horribly wrong.
Shadow, you immediately start tying him up. I mean, he's paralyzed, so it's not like he can actually really fight against it. I don't know why I
Can
even rolled a
Tyrion
wisdom, so.
Can Tyrion say something to her?
Real fast, yeah?
Make sure to gag them both so they don't start screaming bloody murder when the spell ends.
Does she have time to do that?
Go. I mean,
I'd say no, that would to tie somebody up would take your action.
That's what I figured.
Bonus action!
No.
No, that's not how that works. Alright.
Oh, Magdalene could do it because she can use a bonus action
Yeah.
Runs
for,
right past.
for interacting with objects.
But yeah, as far as that goes, that's it. Clerics don't have much in the way of bonus actions that they can use. So that's her action. That's it.
Cool. So that brings us to Zutari. And yes, you can make it down the alley to like the guard.
Okay. Still feigning ignorance, Zutari kind of runs through like the alley, just shouting like, "Hey, is everything all right? Sorry, I got nervous." Just sort of like shouting vaguely, just in case things gone awry, or.
Zutari, you come onto the scene. You see one person sleeping, 2 completely paralyzed. I would say because the spell technically says that they are paralyzed, that would assume that their mouth is also paralyzed, so they can't really talk either right now. So they are sufficiently paralyzed.
Zutari just looks at this and is like, "Oh dear, this looks better than I actually thought was gonna happen, honestly."
All right. So, are you gonna do anything?
Do you have rope?
Zutari does not have rope. I tried checking. She is my only D&D character who doesn't have rope.
That's wild.
Why is she the only one that doesn't have rope?
Bards.
Damn
Bard
it.
life.
What equipment pack do you have?
The bard one.
Oh.
It's
Bardy
entertainer
one.
versus.
Oh, entertainers pack. Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you're a certain type of entertainer.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that was beautiful. All right. So Zutari, what do?
Hmm.
Now remember, this guy is still conscious, so that is a thing.
Hit him! Hit him over the head! Hit him over the head!
6 seconds, y'all.
6 seconds.
Mostly to Josh.
I mean, the plan was to go over to, like, Izek to curse him, but I don't think that'll be an issue anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really worth it.
He gets to re-roll at the end of his turn every round.
Okay.
So does this guard that's about to come up.
Yeah.
I think Izek is the bigger threat, though.
What is the saving throws, though?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Question. Since he's paralyzed, is Atari able to go up to Izek without provoking attack of opportunity?
He's also tied up.
Oh.
The guard?
Yeah, the guard. Since the guard is paralyzed,
He's
I don't think he would be able
paralyzed,
to attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, like, he's paralyzed to the point he can't even talk. So.
The one that's
Okay.
right here is asleep, and this one here is hold person. This one over here is hold person and tied.
I did not
Okay.
expect that to actually work, by the way.
So, you know what? Zatari's gonna go over to Izek and kind of just pats him on the shoulder, saying, "Sorry about this. Just business." As she casts his spell curse.
Did you just nothing personnel kid this guy?
Yes.
Yep.
That's great.
Can you
Oh,
go
I love
ahead and
that.
put the spell description?
Yep.
I'm assuming, are you giving him disadvantage on the wisdom saves?
Yeah. Did
As
it
the
like
curse?
actually display? Yeah.
God
It is.
damn!
Yeah.
What the shit, dice? I rolled a 4.
Good!
They really want us to win.
So yeah, Izek gets a 3 on that. He definitely fails and is definitely cursed now. Let me just add
Sweet.
that to the growing freaking list of status.
Stuff that's happening to
Izek
this
is
guy.
just having a really bad day.
He walked into the
What's
wrong
this guy's last
alley.
name? What's this guy's last name?
You don't actually know his last name.
Yeah.
I
See,
know
now I'm
his
just
last
imagining.
name. Y'all don't.
I heard someone say they came in the wrong alley, and now I'm just imagining he's walking down the alley and he just hears napping, and out of the darkness, here we come.
Alright.
Basically, what happened?
Zatari, was that your turn? Or was there
I-
anything else?
Hmm.
Do you have any bonus action things is basically what I'm asking.
Wait, I forget. Is Radiant Soul? No, damn it! It's.
In action. I mean, if you want to inspire somebody, that's the thing you could do too.
Hmm.
But you also might want to save them.
Yeah, I think I'll
mean,
save. For...
Remember, you have all of your inspirations.
Oh yeah, right. Would Bardic Inspiration help you any, Magdalene?
Oh,
Actually, it does.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay then. Zatari just kind of looks over to you and gives a glorious thumbs up.
Nice.
Magdalene is absolutely beaming.
Alright. Cool.
Sorry, I had a whole plan in my head and then it all went awry.
But it's okay. Because
I
this
feel like-
plan's
do.
working
I
lovely.
feel
I've
like
expected
everything's right on schedule.
Yeah, and remember, this is like 10 o'clock at night, so, I mean, like, late night bondage for Izek, I guess? You know, it's fine.
No, hold on, wait, no, I have the perfect gag for him. I have the Tyrion
Oh.
has.
You
Tyrion
got the
has.
perfect gag for him.
Let me double
Oh,
check.
wait.
Tyrion
Oh,
has a
no.
prayer book.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Okay, well,
Anyway.
that sounds blasphemous as fuck. Anyway, so that you did your bardic inspiration onto Magdalene. I'm guessing that's the rest of your turn. It's the guard's turn.
Roll
And what was the DC?
14 at the end of his turn.
So he can't do anything even if he does make the save.
Even if he passes, he can't do anything this round.
Well, guess
Yeah.
what? I got a 13, so, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know what's happening. Usually this is not a thing.
He
You're
tries breaking
blessed.
out of it, and Tyrion just looks at him with his head
Like,
tilted
no.
and just goes, nope, and tightens his grip.
Oh god. Okay. So that's his turn. On to Oriwall.
Am I even required here?
Yes, tie up
You
the
could-
other guard and gag him.
Yes.
We'll tie up first.
Technically, the guard can still identify you too, so you know there's a lot of
Yeah.
things going on.
He
so
can't identify anything if he's in a
He
box.
does also have like a crossbow bolt in his chest.
He does have a crossbow bolt in his chest.
He's having a bad day.
He's gonna have a bad time.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'll go over here and bonk this guy, shall I?
Go for it.
Alright. So that's what I do. All my spells I feel are not applicable unless I really want to be out there right now.
I'm guessing bonking. Are you trying to do non-lethal or?
I mean,
You do it
I guess
lethal.
I
It
could.
doesn't really matter. It's whatever you so choose.
I mean, the other guy's asleep.
The guy has
And,
an
like, this
arrow
guy-
in him, so
It's-
he can't shoot an arrow non-lethally. So
This is very true. But I could just bonk him with the pommel of my greatsword.
Or
You
just
could.
keep it in the sheath and just smash it against his head.
It's true. I could keep it in the sheath.
yeah, do whatever
Dun,
you want.
dun, dun,
Kinda
dun,
like a great
dun,
club.
dun,
But I
dun,
was
dun.
also thinking of just like, oh my god, are you okay? And coming up and being a cast charm person.
Oh. I mean,
If that's what you
I'd like
want
to
to do.
remind you.
He would have
We-
advantage on his save because we literally
Yeah.
shot him in the chest and
Yeah,
we were attacking
true.
his commander.
This is true.
Plus, we're trying to save
That's
as many
meta, though.
spells as we can for what's coming next.
Alright, well,
Well, you don't know what's coming next.
we'll just
just
do
don't worry
my attacks.
Okay. Both of those are at advantage. By the way, both of your attacks are at advantage. Don't forget that.
Because he's paralyzed. Lovely.
so growl
roll
again.
Growl twice more.
Growl again.
Oh.
What the shit, man? Okay. All right.
So 12 and 20. So 32 damage.
Right. Well,
Assuming his AC is lower than 17.
cool. Yeah.
Did I just like take off his head with the sword still in the scabbard?
No, but it actually might prove advantageous. So I'm going to say that, Oriwala, you walk up and you're like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm so sorry. And you've been like drawing your like sword while still in the scabbard the whole time. And you just swing it like a baseball bat directly at his forehead and just clock him right in the dome. And then you do it one more time for good measure. This guy has a goose egg immediately just starting to grow on his head. That thing looks nasty. You would not be surprised if he ends up forgetting some stuff for a minute. I'll give that to you since you said got a crit there. So he is effectively out.
You
She
are
got
being
2 crits.
saved.
What
She
happened
got
last
2
night?
crits.
Dude, I don't fucking know.
When a creature is paralyzed, all successful attacks against it are considered critical hits.
Is that a thing?
I just looked it
Oh
up.
my god, that's right. Paralyzed.
You got 2 critical hits.
Yeah.
He ain't remembering anything.
You gave that guard amnesia. That's he is effectively
He
out. The
forgot
last-
his birthday.
He's forgotten all of his training.
Okay, a paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Yeah.
It's the greatest
So-
spell of all time.
So you knock the shit out of him. He's got like this massive goose egg forming. He's not gonna remember what the hell happened. He's probably gonna end up in an alley, you know, remembering something about
Lovely.
bondage, and that's it.
Can I just roll another what is it? 2d6 just to determine exactly how much damage I dealt?
Sure.
Because that Other one. Oh god.
You knocked the shit out of him.
So
Jeez.
32 plus 11. That's 43 damage from 2 whacks.
Fighter's gonna
That's a lot
fight.
of damage.
Johnny, how many fingers am I holding up? Dogfish?
Alright, so moving
Hi, Mala.
on.
Welcome to my room. I guess you're now in my
No.
room.
Yay.
You're wet.
Yeah, because that's
Why are you
basically.
wet?
I'm guessing that's it for you.
Yes.
Alright.
I don't think Ori has any
I'm
bonus actions. Oh, she does, but she doesn't need it.
And you gave him disadvantage on his wisdom saves, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, also, my roll 20 just borked, so
Oh, that's okay.
hold on.
No!
That's okay.
Lay down.
No, it's his turn
What?
anyway. I just have to roll his save.
Yay!
Yeah, he fails. So he's that disadvantage actually is what did it too. So
Nice.
Very
yeah, so Izek
Thank you.
sort of struggles very quickly giving in. He is looking at you all. If he could move his eyes right now, he can't. So he's currently only staring at Tyrion. But
Heard a
Tyrion,
kong behind him.
you can see
While Tyrion
this
is
man has hate. It's hate. For you.
Tyrion just looking at him and going, oh, he's going to remember this face. I can see it in his face.
Alright,
Move
so
out of his
moving
vision.
forward, that goes ahead. It is
Magdalene.
Tyrion. No, or Magdalene, yeah. Magdalene, right, because it did the backwards thing. Magdalene, your turn.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
After looking at Oriwala whacking the shit out of this guard, she's a little bit concerned, but nonetheless she'll go over to Izek and using her action, she is going to go ahead and basically just find something to gag him with. Either some rope or like she might tear off a piece of her shirt to do it with.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I would assume like, because I'm guessing you're trying to now save the save the thing that you had, correct?
Well, the second thing I was going
Oh.
to use my bonus action after he is gagged to put the bag over his head.
So you effectively gag him. I'm assuming that you just have a couple of cloths from like various tinkering stuff,
Mhm.
especially since you dismantled a bunch of toys recently.
Yeah.
So maybe you well, okay, let's just say you take a little a handful of fluff from one of the like teddy bears that you bought and you just shove it all in his mouth. So he's got a mouthful of like teddy bear fluff. And you're able to slip the bag over his head. What
Alright.
was the? Could you put?
Let
Effects
me
again?
find it. I believe that we have it in the Discord.
I think we put it. Oh, here we go. I got it.
Okay. Okay, you got it.
I laughed so hard I hurt myself.
Except it's a DC 13 with 4 hours instead of 8.
Right.
But that's what I based it off of, is the essence of ether. But because it was sped up, we tweaked it just a little bit.
Right.
So that's a con save. Oh my! I rolled a 10. So
Well
he got a
then.
12, and the DC was 13. You stick the bag over his head, and everyone watches as Izek fades. His eyes would close.
We don't see his eyes.
His eyes would close, except he's paralyzed. So he can't close his eyes. He falls asleep with his eyes open.
All right. I think
That's
Sure you
we're
didn't
ready
kill him?
to haul him out of here. Where are we taking him again?
Well, I don't think we can take him back to the blue water. That would probably be Suspicious
if-
AF, as some may say.
Do we have
Yes.
a box that we can just put him in?
Can I look back to see if there are any boxes like this way?
Or a barrel? A
Yeah,
barrel
barrel.
flex.
Yeah, there were like a couple of barrels. There was like maybe one barrel intact, but most of them were broken. Same with the crates.
Okay. So here's my suggestion. This is Luna the player suggesting this. We put him in there like a middle school kid getting stuffed into a garbage can.
That's my exact thought.
And then we find something to essentially just nail down over top so that he can't just like get out easily.
So he still can't
Well-
really move in the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and
basically he would
we
be.
should do something with the other two as well.
Yeah.
Well, one fell asleep before y'all picked up on anything. The other is not physically restrained, but looks like he got knocked over the head. It's up to you what you want to do, if you want to do anything.
I'd like to point out, though, they do know where they are at, and if somebody starts asking them, "Hey, where's Izek? Where's the last place you went?" They could lead them back here. He could be found earlier than we want him to. Maybe are there any other barrels or crates in this back alley?
Oh, we
no,
do.
you
Oh,
only
yeah.
found the one barrel. Is what I said. The
Um,
other ones were. There was only one barrel intact.
What if someone went to get the Vardo? Well,
The
it could
Vardo
be
would
weird
not
if they.
fit.
Well, the
You could
thing
bring it
is
to the
that-
street.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
We just leave them in
but
the back of
also-
the Vardo.
When they wake up, they would know exactly who did it too. So.
Well,
Not necessarily. One fell asleep beforehand, and one got big ol'
clocked.
clocked hard.
Tyrion's looking at this guy who got clobbered and going, "I don't think he's going to remember anything."
He'll be
We
lucky
could
if he wakes
probably-
up.
Magdalene just cautiously like loads another bolt.
No, dear,
And
no.
just-
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think that's necessary yet.
Okay.
So what if we put Izek in a barrel back here somewhere, where no one's gonna hear him if he wakes up, no one's gonna find him, and we just leave him there?
No one's going to hear him regardless because he has cotton in his mouth and then a bag over his head and,
And
then
is
also
tied up.
and
You
is tied
saw
up.
how big he was, right?
So?
He
If you can't-
might be able to break those ropes, and the last face he saw was mine. And I saw the look in his eyes. He's coming for me. He's going to rip the goatee right off my chin.
Well, here's the thing. If we put him in the barrel in the way that I think we should, he won't really have a great amount of leverage to move around, or,
Mhm.
well, he'll also be in a really awkward position, so we probably won't be able to use all of his strength.
I'm gonna
Okay.
actually go ahead and take a pause here and say this is when Zatari actually pipes up with an idea.
We could theoretically put him in a coffin. We're going to the Coffin Makers. We could leave him here temporary, come back with the Vardo. Get him in a coffin.
And then drop him off somewhere?
Drop him off. Keep him in the Vardo till the festival ends.
Perhaps. I don't think anyone would hear if that's the concern. And if we did nail down the coffin, he wouldn't be able to break out from inside.
Well, and then we could stash these other two mooks back there with him, all tied up and gagged, and everyone's in one place.
This is true.
I like this idea. So we put them in the barrel now.
Yes,
Kind
have
of-
them in the barrel to hide them for now, in case there's anyone on an evening walk. A
Do we
very
have
late
any
evening
more
walk.
rope?
I do.
We should tie those other two up before they wake up as well.
Magdalene will go ahead and use her rope to tie the other two up.
Yeah, and I mean it's you can time up together. That's no problem. So based off just to move things along, understanding is y'all are basically going to try to either borrow or take or what have you a coffin. For now, it's just kind of throw them in a barrel and you'll figure it out later. You do know that Izek is definitively out for 4 hours. Neither of one of the guards, um, surprisingly. Now remember, the one guard only was asleep, is supposed to be asleep for a minute, but I'll say that I'm gonna be nice because y'all like just curb stomped these fools, and just say that like he was overworked anyway, and so while he could have woken up, he's still napping.
He
So
didn't want to.
I'm gonna just be nice there. And what were you wanting to do with the unconscious guards?
I typed it.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh.
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 Whoa! Hold up. They will never talk about this ever.
What's funny is I'm recording this and everybody can see. I'm not going to read what Ori put. If y'all want to
But we
read
know
it,
what happened.
Well, no, the audience can read it too because I do have y'all's roles pop up. In
Satari has oil on her. It doesn't specify what type.
Tyrion has a candle.
Are you gonna set them on fire? Anyway, yeah.
Whack.
Keep in mind
Whack.
though. So I'm gonna let y'all decide off screen. It seems like you're tying them both up. Either it's going to turn into a thing, or it's not. We'll decide that. We can decide that off screen. Izek is effectively like he has been, the comedic stuck in a barrel. Kind of just
Upside down.
stuffed.
Upside
You couldn't
down.
get the lid off. Well, you'd kill him that way. You
Oh.
couldn't. I'd say that you couldn't quite get the lid on. He's a big guy. But it doesn't matter. He's out for 4 hours, and you're gonna be back with the coffin potentially anyway. So, I mean, and you're in a quiet area. This is like not really a residential area. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say with that, let's go ahead and you get all that sorted. However it is y'all do.
Jam it. I kept trying to say something. I forgot I was muted. God damn it.
Oh.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Anyway, I wanted to say, because Shadow would know her rope tying skills aren't the best, so she would, and everybody would see this, her pull out manacles from her bag and put them on his wrists.
Oh my gosh! If anybody walked in on this right now. Anyway.
I have.
How many things are we putting on one guy?
I mean, he's a
Oh,
strong.
does-
I mean,
does the
y'all
dog
can
have
see-
lippy
No,
and-
no. Better yet. Since we're stuffing him in a barrel, it's not going to be his hands. It's going to be one hand to one foot. To one
Yeah.
hand.
All right, cool,
He's
cool.
never getting out of this
Okay.
ever.
All right. That's amazing. All right, so I'm gonna say with that, y'all get all this taken care of. It's all a thing. Let's go ahead and take our break now, so we
Yeah.
can just, when we get
Okay.
back, just jump right in. Okay. Hello, we're back. Cool. So you all had managed to absolutely just annihilate Izek and the two guards that he was with on his patrol after very successfully, luring them in, and then just your plan went flawless. And so having the security of the fact that these people are out for a good little while, you make your way across the street and head back over to the Coffin Maker shop. The Aristek stockyard is currently empty since it is about 10 o'clock at night. You're assuming that this is probably like a day job sort of thing for people. And you're able to make it to the Coffin Makers without any issues.
Okay.
And
Can
Coffin
I-
Maker's like in this corner.
So can I ask if I look up at the window where I originally went in, or almost went in, can I see if that is still like open at all, or did they close that?
I think if memory serves, you had actually closed it, but you didn't
Mm.
lock it back up.
Okay. So I wouldn't have to make another Thieves' Tools check for that.
No, you would not.
Okay. Well, Magdalene, I feel, is really good at stealth and also still has the inspiration from before. And considering how many locks were described on the front door, I think it would probably just be easier to pop up in the window and go downstairs and just try to sneak. That would also allow me to scout the area a little bit to see what's going on.
Do you want Shadow to follow behind? Good stealth.
Do you have Pass Without Trace by chance?
Not that kind of cleric, unfortunately.
Okay.
But she is a tabaxi, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more that if you get into trouble, there's a healer with you.
Sure. Actually, because of some of Magdalene's stuff, she's pretty slippery when it comes to, like, even if she was theoretically caught, she could get out if need
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
So I think she'll be okay.
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 Alright, so is everybody gonna wait outside and let Magdalene go?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna just scoot y'all down here. There we go, because the Coffin Maker's over here. So Magdalene, you're able to climb up and you're able to make it in. Give me 1 second. Move you. And you're on you entered in the top level, correct?
Yep.
Alright.
Mhm.
So you make it into the upper level. Feel free to. We'll say that it's this window here. So your token would be like right in here.
Okay. Zatari, just for clarification, what dice is your inspiration?
It is 1d8.
Sweet. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to roll stealth. Okay. I don't really feel like that will need the extra 1d8. I'll just keep it. Actually, can I use perception to try to see if there is anybody in the building right now?
I would say that you could do perception for the top floor, maybe not necessarily the whole building.
Okay. So let's roll perception, and that's a nat 20.
All right. So you sneak a peek and you do a very thorough scan of the room before entering, and you find that there are less crates from earlier in the day. And you also find, in fact, there are in fact now 3 crates remaining. Whereas earlier in the day you weren't able to get an exact number, but you know for a fact that it was much higher than that. And you do
Okay.
not see any people or any werewolves or anything like that.
And I don't hear them either?
No.
Yeah.
I will say that as far as hearing goes, you do hear hammering coming from downstairs.
Okay. So, with that, since my goal right now is to get the front door unlocked, I'm going to go ahead and start to very carefully make my way downstairs.
Okay, so you're able to make your way downstairs without any issues. There is a door at the bottom of the stairs, and you actually do hear the hammering coming from this room here.
Okay.
And it's the only entrance.
All right. Let's see. I suppose in that case, there's not really a way for me to open this door, like super carefully, because it would be kind of obvious if a door opened.
Yeah, I
I'm going
don't
to
know
go
if
back
that's necessarily
upstairs.
one you could do with stealth. Stealth can only get you so far.
Right, I'm going to go back upstairs, and I want to check what's inside each of the crates.
Okay, so roll me another stealth at disadvantage, please.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and also use the inspiration to add on to that. So that would be a 19.
1 second, let me. Oof. Okay, and you said it's a what? 19?
19.
Okay. Okay, so you open the crate and you don't see like when you open the crate you see like hay, like as if it's been stuffed for like extra padding. But very like about a second passes once you open the lid and you start to see rustling
Ah,
from the crate.
Oh no.
Something is in there and something has noticed you.
Oh no.
all right.
It's not seen you
Magdalen's
yet, but
Magdalen's rabbit instincts are going to tell her to get away. She is going to very carefully close the lid and get out of the window as quickly as she can.
okay, so we'll just say if it's as quickly as you can. I'm guessing that's like a full round move
Yeah.
retreat. Okay, so you are able to make it out before whatever it is in the crate sees you,
Okay.
and you are able to climb back down to the ground level. Let me move you back to ground level. Where
All
are
right,
you waiting?
Magdalene looks significantly more stressed as she's coming back out. And she will say to everyone, "All right, there's someone on the main floor, right where that door leads. That door inside,
Mm-hmm.
and there were 3 crates left upstairs. I opened one of them. It had hay, and then it started to rustle and move. I just immediately ran."
Tyrion's eyebrow goes.
Tyrion, your eyebrows escape me again.
How many of those monsters did you say there were
Monsters?
that you
I
viewed
didn't.
earlier?
I didn't see any monsters on the upper level. I couldn't hear them either.
No, I
However,
mean earlier
early-
in the day.
early in the day, how many were there? Do I remember the number?
I
I
want
was
to.
able to see like 2 or 3.
There were 3 of them, weren't there?
It was 3. Now I will say, Magdalene, these werewolves were huge. They were like 8 feet, between 7 and 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
There's no way they're gonna fit in that crate.
Sure,
Whatever it
but
is yeah. But there's something there.
yeah, there.
But
I don't think that it was the full-on werewolves that were in these crates, because these were not werewolf-sized crates. However, I could theoretically see a person who could turn into a werewolf being in one of these crates.
That's my concern.
But they
So
weren't werewolves at the time, so...
Do we want to try and launch an attack?
I don't really feel confident in that. While we would have the upper hand, it would be an attack on a business in the town. It would not help our case for already hurting the guards
Magdalene, can
and
you make me an
being
might
a bit troublesome.
It might if we can prove that they're actually monsters.
real fast?
All right, but
Question
what
is-
if the yes?
The question is, what
I'm
was
not- I'm-
in the crate if it wasn't what you saw before? And we need to know something. Should we go down to the base level, to the ground floor to ask, to demand answers?
If
Uh,
I may, Magdalene, could you make me an intelligence check? Just a general
yes. Okay. Let me get that for you. Oh, that was still at disadvantage. So the regular roll. Oh wait, no, the regular
be
roll
turtle.
would have been in the 9.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was actually going to say you are still an artisan of sorts. You know, you tinker. So in this instance, I was actually going to say, since yours is normally rolled, I was actually just going to passively give you advantage, regardless.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna actually take that 20.
Okay.
I just totally forgot to say beforehand. My brain is, yeah.
No
No,
worries.
But I will go ahead and say it takes you a minute or so of thinking, but you did hear when you went down the stairs. You heard the hammering, and you know that this guy is a coffin maker. So from what you can surmise, it's very likely that the coffin maker is the one who is downstairs at the very least.
Right. So it's definitely the coffin maker downstairs. And unfortunately, there's only one way downstairs from the top level, and that is a door immediately into the room where the hammering was coming from, which I assume is the main lobby of the coffin maker's shop.
Very likely.
But as for what was inside of the crates, I have no clue. I didn't want to stick around to find out. All I saw was that there was hay, sort of stuffed between it and the walls of the crate. It seemed to be something that was going to be shipped away.
What if the
Maybe.
bones are in there?
Oh, they wouldn't move.
It's supposed to be
No,
shipped
but if a
with-
guard was in there with the box to make sure no one took the
I
bones.
don't think the boxes would be big enough to hold someone.
If they were folded up, maybe, and if they were small.
I mean, they're big
Atari?
crates, but they just wouldn't hold like a full-on werewolf.
Yeah.
Satari, you were going to say something?
I actually forget what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I was going to say, you said it was going to be shipped. What did it have a label?
No, but I can't assume that whatever this is, it's something official.
I can
It's
guess who
very
it's going to
shady.
be shipped to, though.
Honestly, I don't know who would be accepting living creatures.
I do.
You'd be
Who?
surprised.
Who's the one person everyone's afraid of in this place?
Mm-hmm.
The Burgomaster.
No. More than him.
Strahd.
Yes.
If the bones are the only thing keeping him from attacking the church, and those suddenly left town,
We don't know that.
we don't. Hold on, these bones are magical, right?
No, they're
They are assumed to be
Tyrion.
magical.
The bones
sacred.
Could they be picked
That's a
up
very
with-
different.
detect magic. Could they pick up a sort of warding magic?
That would be a different thing. Out of character.
Oh, I
Yeah.
have an idea. Izek would normally be around here around this time, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of you good at impersonations?
Tyrion and Zatari, I imagine, both raised their hands.
Yeah,
No,
Zatari's already
Zatari.
raising her hand.
Tyrion only has a deception +3.
Do you think either of you could try to impersonate Izek and try to scare the Coffin Maker into opening the front door, while perhaps the stealthier ones of us could go upstairs and check out the crates together safely?
I mean, theoretically, although...
Would we even need to scare him, or could we just convince him to open the door? The coffin makers would receive business at all sorts of strange hours. You never know when someone's going to die, after all. We could say that we need to order a coffin for a friend of ours that died unexpectedly.
Oh, Shadow, didn't the Coffin Maker tell us to come back later anyway?
He did.
Ooh.
Out of character thing. Okay.
Yes.
I know that silent image is a concentration. Would Zatari still be able to impersonate a guard while using silent image to make it look like a guard is standing in front of the door? Just talking?
I would say
Or-
so. I would go ahead and say so. I would say that you wouldn't necessarily, because it's not like you have to constantly be chanting when you're concentrating on a thing. So I would say that you could cast it and have a conversation, but if you're trying to impersonate, you would either need to make a concentration check or performance / deception or deception at disadvantage. Specifically because you are physically like trying to like mentally brain keep spell up, and also use training to impersonate a guard or what have you. So it's possible.
Okay.
I
Would
mean, everything
anyone...
else... Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask, like, does anyone else happen to have, like, silent image?
Sorry.
No.
Oh.
I don't even think I had that available.
I think only a couple of... I don't even know. That's a cleric.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't even
think
think trickery.
Bards and wizards.
Yeah. Sorcerers too, but yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's possible. Or Zatari, I would also say, you know your backstory. You know how to sound official. You know how to make it. You could just, you know, the guy hasn't seen you, other than like
We
a
also
very.
have the guards' uniforms.
Oh,
Y'all did make the bars naked.
yeah.
So.
Could we say that Zatari would have time to switch into a guard's uniform?
Yeah, sure. Maybe like, yeah.
While we were tying them up, you could have been changing.
Or you could change now because again, the stockyard's empty, so it's a possibility.
Tyrion and Zatari could go to the front door. Zatari could act like a guard, and Tyrion could be like, "I'm here running an investigation under the authority of the gods," and Zatari would basically be there as a guard, lending credence to the claim, which could get us in the door, distracting the coffin maker while everyone else does a distraction upstairs.
That's true.
Yeah.
We could do that.
So.
But also, I had just remembered too that the Coffin Maker did tell Shadow and Magdalene to come back later. And this is technically later, so we could just be customers and get a coffin, you know.
So maybe have you two go to the front door and the rest of us climb in the window?
Or none of y'all climb in the window, y'all just bust in. You don't have to climb up the thing.
Yeah. Or we could just buy a coffin and
Yeah.
then come back later and then break in.
Because all we really need is in the door.
Well, the thing is that we wouldn't be able to steal a coffin from the main room because he's in the main room, like finishing a coffin.
Yeah. I mean, again, you don't have to super focus on the stealing of the coffin.
Yeah.
You know, because you have time. So right now it's more of a, are we getting in? But I kind of am.
I feel like if we break in, like right now, and deal with whatever is upstairs, the Coffin Maker is probably going to find out, and he's not going to be very interested in selling us coffins anymore.
Yeah.
I mean,
the coffin is cool, but we don't actually need it.
Yeah, and again, I
guess
think
so.
I think if I may, I think y'all are getting really focused on the planning part of it.
Yep.
Y'all could just, if you wanted, go under the guise, and if something goes wrong, you can just the option to be like, yo, I'm a muscle you for information is always on the table.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
Mhm.
just a thought.
I
Could,
think the
like-
best way to complete like the bones part of it would be Tyrion and Zatari.
Okay.
Mm.
So is everybody cool with the whole Tyrion Zatari dress up?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Do we even need to dress up since Shadow and Magdalene are supposed to come back later anyway?
Well, yeah, that's the
Well,
thing, though. They
we-
just
we
said.
just
well, no,
They
if you're
just
trying to be
said,
official,
let's go with
Yeah.
this. So,
the
Official.
deception.
okay. So, you all have a little bit of a debate, back and forth, and deciding to go with the let's play official route. You, Zatari and Tyrion very quickly change Tyrion. I'll say that you don't necessarily have to. You can just put on the
Tyrion's
the
not
thing?
going to put it on. He just needs a guard there to lend credence to his plan.
Well, I mean,
Then again, I mean, it would be a lot easier if you were also dressed as a guard.
what I was going
But
to
I'm
say,
a purple tiefling.
if I could finish my sentence,
Sorry.
please.
Sorry.
What I was going to say is, instead of full-on changing Tyrion, you could just put on the little piece of fabric that goes over, that's part of the uniform. That just looks like, you're wearing
Oh,
armor
badge
with
of
the
office.
little, yeah.
Gotcha.
That way it still looks official, but it's not, maybe you're higher up or something. You don't know. You don't know the hierarchy and how that sort of thing works per se.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So that being said, you both change and you decide to take the front door. So the front door would be like down here, by the by. Wait, where'd ATB go?
Oh, I thought I thought I was going to the door.
No,
Sorry.
no, it's in the corner here.
Oh, right.
Do the other stealthier ones of us want to try to get up top?
I was actually thinking of doing that.
Yeah, like Shadow and Magdalene.
Uh-huh. And Ori can be backup for the other two.
Yeah.
Actually, I was gonna ask, Ori, are you going with, or are you just gonna hang back for now?
Figured like I could get the Vardo because that always then. I don't know if they are.
Yeah, if you want to
We
go
do
ahead
get
and do
whatever
that.
we need, then we'll have the space for it. Plus, we need it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so if you want to go, you can make your way back. It'll take probably, I'd say probably 15-20 minutes or so.
Sure.
Maybe, yeah. Because I'm assuming you're not like super running, and it is halfway in the town. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's also like 10:30.
Yeah. So.
I want to wake people up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you're not like Naruto running down the streets, banging your chest to like let everybody know. But you're going to go get the Vardo.
She's just drinking the guard wine.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're just you. So we'll say that Ori decides to go ahead and grab the Vardo. That'll take about 20 minutes round trip or so. We will say that Shadow and Magdalene will head upstairs, and Tyrion and Zatari will go downstairs. So let's actually go ahead and start with Tyrion and Zatari. So, take it away. Knock, knock, knock.
First, Tyrion is going to cast guidance on himself.
Okay.
He's going to straighten up, take a deep breath, look at Zatari to make sure she's ready.
Zatari looks at him and then gestures for him to straighten his shoulders more.
Tyrion straightens his shoulders, turns, and bangs on the door.
A few moments pass, and you both watch as Magdalene and Shadow begin to ascend to the second floor. And you see a man open the door. There's a couple of those chain locks, and he just sort of peeks his eyes out. Can I help you?
Doorman, this is official guard business. We're here on an investigation, and we have reason to believe that something's going on in this establishment. Open this door at once.
Roll me a deception.
Now, with Zatari there, do I have advantage? With the get up and Zatari helping.
I mean, could say that Zatari could pipe in with.
Oh, it doesn't matter anyway.
Okay.
Let me roll that 1d4 just in case.
I was gonna say that Zatari would probably add, like, this is official business from the Burgomaster himself, so you would be wise to listen to our demands, sir.
Yeah, now I would say Zatari in this instance, I would almost argue that you could, you would definitely have advantage because you have been in very similar situations. This is what you were a soldier, so you would definitely have advantage. So the man hesitates for a moment, and he just, right, of course, the guard's being corrupt, and he starts muttering about things about how the guards are corrupt and how they always muscle their way in, and this, how it's bullshit and all this other stuff. And he
Tyrion looks
unlocks.
mildly offended.
He unlocks the door and allows you all to go in. I'm going to move everyone over to the correct map real fast.
Oh god, oh god.
Magdalene and Shadow, you would be climbing up again right in here. However, I'm just gonna put you here, like right here for just a second. Like we're gonna start when before y'all enter. And he will let y'all in. And y'all actually come in through this entrance here, and you find yourselves in a workshop. Tyrion, your token.
Oh. Sorry. Tyrion is going to, storm in there, making sure his cloak billows behind him as he turns sharply to face the Coffin Maker, putting on a performance here. As he points one purple finger at the guy. You, sir, have a seat. We have some questions for you. I am Inspector Tyrion Hellblum, under the employ of the Burgomaster himself. This is my associate and bodyguard for the evening. Her name is unimportant at this time.
Wow.
Oh.
Play up the noble butthole aspect. Make it believable.
Okay, so while y'all are having that, I'm gonna have a momentary pause. You all make it in, just real fast, momentary pause. Magdalene and Shadow, you make your way. You both make your ways. Could I get who's climbing first?
Magdalene would be.
Okay. Could I get you to roll a stealth and a perception, please?
I already rolled the stealth.
Okay.
Let's see. She would probably be using her ears at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So that would give advantage, but that also cancels out because, okay, so that's 10.
10.
Okay.
Okay. I will say that you still hear noise. Whatever you have, because, it's still a 10. You do hear some noise. It's very hard to distinguish, but you do hear noise coming from in there. Whatever it is you had disturbed earlier is not, is either still in the crate or still moving around. You're not entirely sure without looking in, but you do hear some noise. It's quiet,
Okay.
but you can hear a little bit. jumping back over to Tyrion and Zatari. So Tyrion, you bust up in there, and you're like official business burgomaster. And he just goes, right. Well, what exactly is this investigation about? And he sits down. Oh, and what?
Bones of Saint Andral.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
We want to
Just
catch.
right out from the door.
Tyrion wants to catch this guy off guard.
are
He likely was never expecting that answer.
roll me intimidation.
Mm.
Do I get?
I'm just gonna say flat intimidation.
19.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Okay, so you watch as the color from this man's face drains.
Oh, this man was not expecting that answer.
He looks down at a small cup in his hand and he goes, right. Well, I personally thought that the... Look, it wasn't my fault, okay?
Tyrion holds up a finger. I want you to sit there, and I want you to very calmly tell me where their bones are, what you are hiding in this building, and what the plan is, in that order. And I want you to know, I'm very good at knowing when someone's lying to me. It's why I have the job that I have. Isn't that right? And he turns to Zatari for confirmation.
Zatari just sort of stands there, arms crosses her arms, and just gives like a slow nod, just looking at the Coffin Maker.
See, she agrees. Now, let's start from the beginning. Where are the bones?
With that, I'm gonna jump over because this is a little bit back and forth right now.
Yep.
Magdalene,
That
you
works
heard stuff.
so well.
What do?
Magdalene is very shakily holding on to the windowsill and turns to Shadow and says, I think it's awake.
Oh, that's the most terrifying thing I've heard all day.
Is Magdalene through the window?
Magdalene has peeked her head, like, towards to here.
All right. Can Shadow push past Magdalene? Will Magdalene let her?
Yeah, Magdalene would.
Okay,
Okay.
so Shadow's going to try to quietly move in.
Are you moving inside?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So, roll me stealth at
What the heck?
disadvantage.
All right. All right. It's out of character. I'm like, what the hell is that? Eh.
Okay, so, Shadow,
Mm-hmm.
you're climbing through the window. Correct? Like, fully through the window?
Yep.
Alright, so you climb fully through the window, and, from the inside of from the crate, you don't at first, see anything. But instead you see a humanoid hand.
Mhm.
Looks, could be human. It's a hand grasping the lid. It kind of coming from between the opening of the lid and the crate itself. A hand sort of grasping at the edge, sort of like moving, scratching the side of the wood. And as you climb in, whatever it was heard you.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
The lid to the crate very slowly rises a little bit, and from it you see a hooded figure, the hood just barely above the eyes. The eyes are red and they are hungry and they are looking at you. And we're gonna pause there to jump back.
No, I feel like what's going on upstairs is so much more important. And urgent.
How much? Okay, I guess Magdalene would probably only be able to see would probably only be able to see Shadow's reaction to whatever this is. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess because like you would have had to open the window, and I'm assuming that Magdalene would have like only scooched over enough to allow Shadow in. So I would say that you'd be able to see however Shadow reacts. But we'll get to that in just a second. While downstairs, because I'm assuming y'all like had at least moved slowly upstairs, or at least given it a little bit of time.
Yes.
Before immediately doing it. I just wanted to set up
Yeah.
for y'all.
Yeah.
So while downstairs, you know, rewind time a little bit. Henrik, the Coffin Maker, you two don't actually know his name. You just know him as the Well, no, you did learn his name. Never mind, I lied. So he remains seated, hands shaking. He takes a sip of a piping hot whatever it is in the drink, and he just, like I said, it wasn't exactly my fault. I was, you don't understand. She forced me to do it.
Who is she?
I don't know her name. Okay, I do know her name. Her name. Actually, I think I should start at the beginning. You see, about 2.5 weeks ago.
Quickly.
You see, about 2.5 weeks ago, there was this woman, and she was absolutely gorgeous, tall, beautiful. Anyway, she introduced herself as Ludmilla. And well, this Ludmilla woman actually approached me late one night while I was working on my job, obviously, and she asked me to discover what the mystery was behind the church grounds, what exactly it was that made them sacred, and you see, at first I refused, but you don't understand. She forced me. She actually forced me to do it. She said that bad things would come if I didn't do it. Make me insights, y'all.
I feel like he's stalling.
Well, remember, they took their time upstairs, so this is a little bit beforehand.
18.
Aww.
Tyrion's really good.
Zatari, you don't necessarily catch this, but Tyrion, you are able to catch that when he says forced, it's not entirely a lie, but it also is a lie.
Tyrion's going to reach out and slap him across the face.
Okay.
Okay.
He puts his.
Do I have to roll, or can it just happen?
No, we'll just let it happen. The guy's older man.
He's just gonna reach out and just slap him across the face, and then point that finger back in his face and say, "I said, don't lie to me. Now, I'm smart enough to know that you weren't entirely forced on this angle, were you?"
Okay, to be perfectly honest, she actually did offer a good sum of money.
There we go.
But she did force me into things I didn't want to do, you see.
I don't care. Now, I understand you learned about the bones from the people in the orphanage. You probably snuck in and stole them. Where are they?
Right. Well, I should warn you first. Okay. Let me. Milvod, easy target. Had that bleeding heart, and I got the information, got him to steal the bones. That you already know. But, after he stole the bones, actually right before he stole the bones, that little woman dropped off some crates at my house and told me to keep them there. I found out there were
They're upstairs?
Yes.
Tyrion's just trying to throw this guy off as much as he can.
Uh,
He wants this guy to be reeling.
At this point, you can tell he's not lying. I would say that your previous insight, he's not lying about all this. But,
Okay.
she forced me, or she told me that I had to take to take the crates into the house. And I discovered that there are some nasty, vicious beasties in those crates that she brought to my damn house. And that's why I've been sleeping down here lately, and I've just been staying up late working. You really don't want to go up there, but the bones, they were kept up there as well. But you see, earlier today, there were some of her associates that turned out to be werewolves, believe it or not. They actually moved a bunch of the crates out.
I believe it.
Right, but they came, and they were under the guise of working for Barovian, the Barovian Postal Service, and
Sorry, that's just hilarious.
they came and they had disguised themselves as these delivery men for the Barovian Postal Service, and they moved a bunch of the crates, but I do know that there are still 3 crates up there. I don't know if the bones are up there or not in those crates, but she warned me that if I touch the bones, I haven't looked at them, because she warned me if I looked into the crate, that bad things would happen, very bad things, grievous harm, as Ludmilla said. But I do know that several of the crates got moved. They all looked the exact same, and last I know that they were upstairs.
Okay. New plan. You're going to stay right back here, because if you try to run away, and I have to chase you, I'm going to cut off your kneecaps. Do you understand me? I'm not going to break your legs. I'm not going to cut them off at the knee. No, I'm going to cut off your kneecap. Specifically.
Ow.
Do you understand me?
Henrik is very terrified and is sitting in the chair, nodding, and looking down at the table. He is not going anywhere.
Wunderbar. Now, myself and my associate, we're going to go upstairs and deal with this problem, because I suspect what you've got is a little bit of an undead problem. You know what I mean? Something that goes bitey, sucky, and it goes up.
Okay, at this point you're being meta.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, you
Sorry.
got bones.
Sorry.
You know about the bones.
No.
You know there's some kind of creatures in those crates.
Yeah.
You don't know if they're
Sorry.
sucky, bitey.
I feel like having a really bad day, but just so you know, me and my associate here, oh, it's your lucky evening. We're really good at killing the bad, nasty things. It's how I got the job. Isn't that right? And he turns and looks at Tatari again.
It's also partly how I got the job.
See, we're experts. Now, we'll go deal with this problem, and then we'll come back and deal with this problem. And when he says that, he points at him.
Alright, well, through the door, around the corner, and through another door, and that's the stairs. But
Does
really,
he appear
really,
properly cowed?
he is absolutely thoroughly freaked out, but you kind of interrupted me again.
I'm so sorry.
So he, as you decide that he's going to go up you're going to go up the stairs, I would go ahead and say, Oriwala, you know, with this line of interrogation and stuff, I'll just say that you were able to make it back if you want.
Oh, lovely.
So
I want.
you can just-
Have a drink at the bar instead of doing what I was told or what I was going to do.
Maybe you just like took a super leisurely stroll. And I'm assuming that because the people upstairs had waited for a little bit, you know, that's the thing. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, so Oriwala will say that you can put yourself right outside the door, or you can just walk in. Up to you. Tyrion.
Just gonna say, like, on that map, like, there's a Vardo right outside, and we'll just say that that's our Vardo now.
Yeah, that's fine. So Tyrion, you start to make your way past. Zatari, as you start to make your way past, Henrik grabs at your clothes, and it's just, look, no, I'm telling you, you don't want to go up there. You really do not want to go up there. You don't understand. You really don't understand that. I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what the grand plan is, but whatever whatever it is, it's too late. It's really too late.
What do you mean too late?
I mean in that whatever it is you're hoping to change, you can't change it. Surely you can't change it. Nobody ever changes it. The only one who can ever change it is, well, you know.
At that point, Tyrion is going to, because Tyrion would have swapped back to his spear and his shield at this point. For this getup, he's going to hold up his spearhead and he is going to cast Crusader's Mantle.
Before you do that, I actually want to see how Zatari reacts to her clothes being grabbed by this, like, old man.
Ooh,
Mm.
character stuff.
Zatari, this guy is, like, out of his chair, grabbing at your clothes, begging for you guys not to go upstairs. Whatever it is up there terrifies him.
Zatari is going to turn around and sort of just she just drops like the tough gal act for a second and just gently take the hands off and is like, if there is a chance that we could change things, although first of all, what is up there? What has you so afraid?
I think Ludmilla called them vampire spawn. Oriwala, where did you put, where were you wanting to put yourself? Door is here. You could either
I was outside.
Okay,
with
are
the
you just
Vardo.
chilling outside with the Vardo? Okay.
Yeah, I give Clip and Clop an apple.
Okay. I just want to check. Alright. Sorry, go ahead, Tatari. He said vampire spawn. Though I will say none of you all know what that is. Tyrion, you don't really know what that is. Y'all have never even heard of vampires until you reach this land.
Yeah.
The only person who's ever heard of vampirism would be Oriwala, I believe.
Yeah, from stories.
Yeah. So before coming to this land, none of y'all know vampire.
Yeah.
Would there be any chance of Zatari noticing that Ori got back, or?
Did y'all leave the door open?
I forget.
I don't think we said we closed it.
It's up to you. I'm asking if you would have. You didn't define. I'm just asking, would you have?
I think we would have, because we were
Yeah.
expecting Ori to come back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, y'all would have heard the Vardo pull up.
Okay, I think first Zatari will look at Tyrion and Jester to go look at the door.
Did she get her into the stair doors or the outside door?
The outside door. Just hearing the Vardo go by. And Zatari will then look back at the Coffin Maker and be like, and why exactly did this Ludmilla bring a vampire spawn upstairs?
I don't know. I guess to protect the bones or some shit. You don't ask those kind of people questions. The kind of people that are threatening your life. She just told me not to open them, and I'm assuming that she's put them up there to keep them from doing anything.
Mayhaps. There's also an important festival going on. There's also a festival going on tomorrow as well. Along with a particular special event. Sure you heard of it. Marriageanal.
Yeah, at this point he's kind of devolving into blubbering, don't go up there.
Hysteria.
Yeah, he's getting into hysterics. So there's not uh much more. Magdalene, you said you wanted to try. Okay, so
Yeah,
you go ahead.
so Magdalene is going to wave at Oriwala and try to beckon Oriwala to help in any way she can.
Help? Get up there and help?
Yeah, because at this point, she doesn't know what's going on downstairs.
Okay. Sure, I mean, we'll go up there. Ori is over here now.
Ori doesn't have climb speed, so roll me. Or
No.
are you proficient in athletics or
Isn't
anything?
it-
Neither.
Neither.
Isn't climb speed you 1/2 of regular move
No.
speed?
It is, but it does still take a check.
Okay.
Unless you have an actual climb speed from
Mhm.
being a tabaxi or something.
Mhm. It still takes a check. Whichever you think would be appropriate. If you want to roll me athletics or acrobatics, feel free.
Well, I'm not trained in either, but I can roll.
You can still roll.
That's a not good roll.
I mean, you struggle, but it's average roll. It's not bad. You struggle, but you're able
Okay.
to make it up there.
Neat.
But I
I'm up
mean,
here now.
Magdalene's still outside. Well, Magdalene is still outside. I'm gonna have you right outside the window as well.
Do I just use Magdalene as a ladder?
Well,
Yes.
no, Magdalene had
Yes.
shimmied out of the way so Shadow could go in.
Climb the bunny.
Because there's a little bit of a ledge. So.
Yeah.
Tyrion, were you still going outside to check on the Vardo, or?
He went to the door to basically look out.
You look out, you look up, and uh, you see Oriwala struggling a little bit, but is managing to climb up. Shadow is not to be seen, and Magdalene is right outside the window.
Magdalene is also trembling, by the way.
Yeah.
Tyrion's gonna give a soft whistle. You guys, vampire spawn. I don't know what that is, but
It's
apparently,
awake.
what's up? Oh,
Wait, do we really not know what that is? Isn't that what the kid was in the first town?
we
You
never
actually
dealt with
never
him.
dealt with him. You know that he's some kind of vampiric something, but you don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the group hadn't even heard of vampires or anything like that until arriving here. Ori's the only one I could have really justified.
Yeah. Because she believes in vampire stories.
Hearing Magdalene say it's awake, would Tyrion know it's go time,
I'd say so. I mean,
knowing that Shadow's nowhere around?
I would say with Magdalene's tone, probably.
Does
Yeah.
that mean he can cast Crusader's Mantle?
Yeah, just make sure you put this description so I can read it over. Can you put the
not
description?
that display.
There we go.
There we go.
Hold
Basically, whenever anyone makes a weapon attack, they add a d4 of radiant damage.
Okay, but it's centered on yourself.
And anyone within 30 feet of me gets it as an ally.
Yeah, I know. I've just got to make sure that I have it. There we go.
And that doesn't say it's blocked by floors and whatnot, so people upstairs should have it too.
People upstairs are in a different part. Look at the shape of the map. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and have things happen upstairs. It will take you guys about those who are downstairs. I'll say it'll take you around to get there.
Okay, gonna mute myself.
Shadow, you see this this woman or this womanly figure who noticed you. she immediately begins to climb out of the box. And I'm gonna say that's initiative for Shadow. Or she climbs out of the box and she says, "All right, boys, we've got company." And with that, we're gonna say initiative for Shadow, Ori, and Zatari. Shadow?
Dex is +4.
Okay, so it's got it right. Cool. All right. So this creature sees you. You are able to move a little bit faster than it. So right after it she stands and says, "All right, boys, we've got company." Uh, you're able to take action. What do?
Damn it. Well, she doesn't know what these things are.
Nope.
They look scary as fuck.
You see a woman with red eyes, sharp fangs, sharp claws on her fingernails.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking through my spells because wasn't. I don't think those work. Actually. Okay. Would it take an action to make a knowledge check?
Bonus action in my games.
Okay. Then in that case, would like to try to know what these are first. I have Arcana, but I don't have Religion.
I'd say you can make an Arcana.
Okay. I don't know if a 16 gets it though.
This is a woman with fangs, red eyes, and claws. I would say because you don't specifically know, you've heard of vampires by this point. You've heard of some of the indicators. Whatever this is pinging a little bit as vampiric.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know exactly what it is. If it's a full-fledged vampire, if there are like baby vampires, you don't exactly know. So yeah.
Okay.
It's a vampirling.
Would she at least know at this point that they are undead?
I'd say through various accounts, y'all would know that vampire is rumored to be undead, but
Okay.
whether or not that's just, townsfolk are talking, or if that's definitively, yes, I know.
I'm asking so many questions. I'm trying to
No, I'm just
go
clarifying.
through our thought process. In that case, is going to use Channel Divinity, but it's going to be Sanctuary.
Alright, go ahead and put that in the VTT so folks can see.
It doesn't really give me a way to show it.
Because
it's under feature. No, it's not Sanctuary, it's Twilight Sanctuary. It's a Channel Divinity specific to Twilight Clerics.
There should be, I believe there's a thing that says display in VTT when you hover your mouse over a specific feature.
Yeah.
There you go. Temporary hit points equal to 1d6 plus cleric level. So roll me that d6.
Well, I mean, that's as a bonus action. She already used it to do the knowledge.
Wait, I thought you just said to... Wait, what?
It's an action to do the Twilight Sanctuary, but after it's gone
up... okay.
Whenever
But-
a creature, including you, ends its turn in the sphere, you can grant that creature one of these benefits.
Oh, okay, okay. I just misread. Okay. Alright. Sorry about that. There we go. Twilight Sanctuary is up. Anything else?
Going to say to Magdalene, move, we need to go. And I don't know, is there still room for her to like shimmy out, or
I'd say at this point probably not really, because like there's two people kind of around the window.
all right. Then in that case, probably just going to draw her sword because she doesn't have time to pull her shield. So that'll be it.
Alright. Moving on. It is the creature's turn. Okay, so you are the one that it sees and who it saw first. And you watch as this creature takes a step towards the wall, climbs above you. She climbs the wall, scaling it with no trouble, hovers above, hangs on the ceiling, and drops down on top of you, or right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to
Nom nom.
take a bite. It's 21, I'm guessing, hit?
Huh?
21 to hit?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, take 6 piercing
Is
damage.
that subtracted from the total?
Huh?
Is that subtracted from the max?
Subtracted from the max.
It's vampiric. I've dealt with vampires before. That's what I was asking.
Oh, just give me 1 second and I'll get there.
'Kay.
Okay. No, that's the piercing damage, by the by.
Okay.
That's your piercing. Plus an additional 8 necrotic damage, and now temporarily reduce your HP max by 8.
Yeah.
What?
And that's its turn.
Oh no.
Magdalene.
Alright, would I be able to get into the room at all?
Yes, you can pass through a friendly creature's square usually.
Okay. I'm going to pass through the other side of Shadow. Then I am going to do a bunny hop to move 20 feet. No, it's an actual like thing that I can do.
Still funny to me.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a reverse bunny hop to get over here very quickly. And I am going to draw both of my hand crossbows. I believe that the first is free, the second would take the bonus action,
Yes, it would.
correct? For
Yep.
drawing 2 things, yeah? Okay.
Yes.
So then I will make 1 attack against whatever just bit into Shadow.
Mm.
And that would be a 20 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And would I be able to use sneak attack because Shadow is within 1 square of it
Yes.
and not incapacitated?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, so that's there we go.
21 total. Also, can I okay. And then can I also like thump the floor to try to, signal to the people downstairs, hey, get up here.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll say that's like a free action.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm
Alright,
just
that's my
imagining like
turn,
a
then.
thumper thump going on on a log going thump 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 thump.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. So with that being done, Ori.
Call me Thumper.
Your turn.
We're still
Ori.
going non-lethal.
No, I don't think so.
Not on these. We never said non-lethal about these.
Oh, well then. Good. I'm gonna get inside. Can I move like around? I can move through her and then move around to it to get flank.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you'd have the movement speed.
So
You were already up there.
And of course we're gonna slash it because that's what I do. That's okay. That's the first one. That was weird. It like I didn't click a. Okay. So the first one was a 13 to hit, 14 damage.
I forgot, does flanking provide advantage?
It does.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's a 13 hit.
Nope. Arms are feeling a little wibbly wobbly after
Damn.
climbing.
All right. So, 24.
You are very
God, for a
happy. Yeah. Very lucky to have advantage. That 24 does hit. So your first swing misses. Your arm's still feeling a bit weak from the first from climbing, but you are able to manage to strike the creature in the back. She sort of looks over her head and hisses at you. You said that was it on your turn. Tyrion and Zatari, I will say that you were able to make it up the stairs, which would put y'all here. So I will go ahead and
It
move
would put me
y'all
where?
up here. And
Yeah.
I'm assuming Zatari probably would have gone up the stairs first because was closer to door.
Yeah, probably.
So you'd be like here.
Yeah.
All right. So you both make it up the stairs. Could I get you both to roll initiative for me?
Tyrion sees what's going on, and he just like Johnny Depp just.
I thought I clicked the right button, but I
No.
apparently didn't. Zatari has a 20.
I have a 9.
Well, it's a good what the fuck mood.
Tyrion comes up the stairs, sees what's going on, and just takes a moment to go. I was not expecting that.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. In a lot of ways, that makes sense, actually.
All right, but we are at the top of the round.
Mm-hmm.
So Shadow,
Yeah.
what do?
All right.
Quickly use Melt Vampire.
I don't think that's gonna. It's gonna turn around and try to stab. I don't think Sing's gonna do it.
That will actually.
Okay, cool. Oh, he did Crusader's Mantle. Oh, but he's not.
You're not in range yet.
Yeah. All right. So, just going to stand her ground there.
So Shadow attacked, and is
Yeah.
there. All right, that will hit, and it does 7. Okay, and that was your turn.
Yeah.
All right, now she's gonna take a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
She is going to first step back, lick her lips, and I gotta remember to do this. Okay, so she's going to lick her lips, and she's gonna be like, your blood is delicious. And with that, she's going to take her claws and take a slash at you, Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright. For 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then she's going to turn her head, grin slightly, looking at Oriwala. And I wonder what your blood tastes like.
Terrible, I can tell you. I've tasted my own blood plenty times.
You don't need to know that. Stop asking such questions.
Does a 20 hit?
20 hit Ori?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okey-dokey. That's going to be for 6 piercing. And 6 necrotic damage, and also your hit points are temporarily lowered by 6 as well. So your HP maximum has gone down.
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh no.
She did say, "Come on, boys."
Yeah.
Kobold vampires.
Oh yeah. There's I know where they're from.
Me, kobold vampire.
All right.
Is that Kobold 46?
Look, his life
So-
took a dark turn. He took eat the rich very literal.
Okay, so at
God.
this point, actually wait, this one here is going to pop out of the crate that was directly next to the one housing whoever this woman is, and is going to just me hungry and rush towards. I know it's hard to take him seriously.
There's a delicious cat right over there. Go after that one. Like you just heard your boss say that one's blood tasted great.
It pops out of the boxes like daisies.
Alright, so, it's going to make a rush towards, Bunny Frando. Oh, why are you not giving me the description? Give me a description. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it is going to run over to you, take a bite, and, deal. Give me 1 second. Alright. 8 piercing plus an additional 7 necrotic. And your hit points have been reduced temporarily by 7.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Yes.
Okay, will that also reduce the amount that it reduces my max HP by?
Yes. So that
So you said
7.
7 total, or
it was
8 piercing and then 7 necrotic.
yeah.
7 piercing, 7 necrotic, so
8
7 total.
piercing.
8 piercing,
piercing.
Oh, 8
7
piercing.
necrotic, total 15.
That would still round down to 7.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of which 3.
3 would be necrotic, thus reducing your max by 3.
Yep.
Okay, so
Going to. So Zatara, you're up. Why is it showing you twice?
Because I'm that important. Despite what Tyrion says.
And it's still
Never-
the same initiative.
I'm important despite what Tyrion said.
That's true.
He is never
Alright.
gonna let that go.
So
Nope.
Zatara. Moving forward, just so we can get this round done. Zatari, you just watched as these creatures, whatever the hell these vampire spawns are, just took bites out of various friends, and they ain't that looks like it was hurting. It was not good.
Is Zatari question would Zatari be able to use Radiant Soul to like fly up a bit in this room, or is like ceiling too low for flying?
I'd say the ceiling itself is probably about like 7 feet high. So
okay.
it'd be like a few inches off the ground. Or maybe like a foot.
Okay then.
Like an attic space.
It's just like a
okay,
short
so
ceiling.
yeah, okay, so first Zatari is going to immediately cast Mantle of Inspiration for everyone.
Alright, so
Like-
if anybody wants to move, now's the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I
Good.
just used my reaction.
Nyum. Hold on. Yeah.
Wait. You've used your reaction.
You can immediately
Yeah,
use
that's
its
what I can't
reaction to
dodge.
move up to its speed.
Well, no, I'm
Yeah.
asking. I
Uncanny
don't.
dodge is a reaction.
Oh yeah, it is right. Brain.
Bam.
Okay.
Shadow move, just a little.
I move to give flank.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you
if
still have
that's the
access
case,
to
she's
window if you just want to jump out. If things get too real.
That is true. Yeah, she's gonna hold her ground there then. All right. Who is 19? At night? Oh,
A mag.
Man,
Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
me.
It's
'Cause it
just
just
the
says
way
player character.
that Encounter Builder
Yeah.
does it because mag.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Mm.
yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Is people done moving around or whatnot for Mantle of Inspiration?
Yeah.
I am.
All right.
Okay. So that was the bonus action. So next Zatari is going to look at this I can't like ping them for some reason. At this lady
go.
right here.
Yeah.
And
Ooh, that's right. 5 temp HP. I could use that.
no, it's 8 temp HP.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh,
Eight.
even better.
Gonna need
But
that.
yeah, anyway, no problem. Zatari's gonna look at this lovely lady right here, and is basically going to go. You've hurt one of my friends. Wasn't very bite of you. In fact, it kind of sucked.
Boo! Boo! That was
From the
terrible. I love it.
I boot Tyrion.
Alright, so Vicious Mockery, that's a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a
And
Good,
also,
that
if
was
they fail it, then they got disadvantage on the next attack roll they make.
Mhm.
I just imagine like she just groans.
Alright,
Yeah,
much
from
love,
the
but
pun.
unfortunately that was they passed. Barely, but they passed.
Damn.
Eh.
Damn it.
Look, y'all got a super free pass last combat, so...
Oh, I know.
We
Oh, yeah.
really
Mm.
did. We had to know with
I
as good as things went, things were gonna go downhill quickly.
Yep. Oh well.
Yep.
But yeah, so Vicious Mockery, you did the thing. Unfortunately, she looks and she goes, a pun, isn't that lovely? And refocuses her
Ooh, I
attention on the
could hear
group.
the disdain.
Yeah.
Anything else, Zatari?
No, that's it.
Alright, that brings us to Magdalene.
All right, Magdalene is, while screaming, just going to unload 2 crossbow bolts into this kobold vampire right next to her.
Yes!
While screaming. That's lovely.
Thankfully, I don't need any I don't get disadvantage for that. So
No, because of your feet.
yep.
20
But
feet?
that's not one.
Boo.
Oh man.
Okay.
That's
Could I get you to roll me a D100, please?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Roll high.
Uh,
Oh god.
Rolling high does not mean it's great.
No.
on
This is a D100. Okay. All right. Roll me an acrobatics check.
oh,
boy.
okay.
Hey,
Oh, that's a
good at-
disadvantage too because of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Why does she have anxiety?
Oh, so close. It's
It's-
a mechanic, a homebrew mechanic.
Damn, Nick.
yeah.
No, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, I didn't know, like, what
No, it's
if
a
being
homebrew.
a bunny
There's-
gave her that. I didn't
No,
know.
There's a whole
Character
homebrew
protocol.
mechanic. It's a character thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Magdalene, you fire off 2 shots, but you were just bitten by this random freaking kobold that popped out of a freaking box, and it really threw you off. You were already feeling pretty anxious. And the kickback on the hand crossbows, while it doesn't normally bug you, it just with how thrown off you are, you actually lose your footing because of that kickback, and you fall prone.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my movement to get up. And then I am also going to do a bunny hop. That will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Indeed, it
Um,
will.
But I am going to go right
Away
next
from
to
there.
Tyrion over here.
Yeah.
Just launch myself over there. Tyrion, you see a crying bunny jumping towards you.
Oh, things are going poorly.
It's going to take another bite at you, basically using the opportunity as you're jumping away. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright. That is going to be 5 piercing damage. And 7 necrotic damage, and subtract that 7 from your max HP temporarily.
Okay, I have a
Oh.
question. Can you use Uncanny Dodge multiple times in a
Unfortunately,
fight?
you only get. You can use it per round, but you.
And
Yeah,
it
you get your reaction back at the end of at
Yeah.
your turn.
Yeah, so you would have your reaction if you wanted
Okay.
to use it now.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Alright. So that
Uncanny
was
Dodge, so that was 5 and 7. So
13. So, yeah.
12. So instead that's only 6. I'll take that out of the temp HP. And I remove 3 from my max HP still, right?
Yep. Because it was 7. Necrotic.
Okay.
So, yeah, 3 necrotic
yep.
and down to 2 piercing, I think is what it was.
Yep.
So. Crying Bunny
Yep.
retreats, gets another bite. That hurt. But thankfully you're fast on your feet, so it only took a little bit of a zip.
Yep.
The other kobold springs out of the box here and just goes, "Oh, really? Must you talk like that? It's so barbaric."
Oh my god.
And is going to make its way across because Shadow is the first one that they see. So I got a 19 on the die. I'm assuming that hits.
Yep.
That's going to be 8 piercing
Oh, there goes a temp HP.
and 7 necrotic off your max. And that is its turn to go, Ori.
I'm gonna
Give it back.
DM you. I found ability. It's just not on D&D Beyond for some reason.
Dice.
Oh damn.
Damn.
14 to hit for 11.
Okay, so you're going for the lady?
Yeah.
First one was a nat 1, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Advantage.
Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, that's right.
You have
Sorry.
advantage 'cause
14 to hit for
flanking.
11, and then 18 to hit for 13.
Right.
Okay, so the first one's gonna miss. Sort of just catching her cloak instead of her. But the second will make contact. And that was for 13?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was reading it as 4 attacks for some reason. Brain.
That's because I don't have the special advantage thing.
Go
All right.
ahead.
First thing Tyrion is going to do is he's going. Oh, hold on. Did Oriwalla's spells attacks hit?
1.
Second one did.
Roll a d4 of radiant each. You are in range of my focused spell, my concentration spell. Your sword does 1d4 radiant damage on a successful hit.
Yay.
Oh, I'm also in range of. Don't you have a thing, Twilight Sanctuary?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's.
Do
extra 1d6.
temporary hit points stack?
No.
No.
Mm.
Because Tari did Mantle of Inspiration. I guess every turn we would get Twilight Sanctuary, but that turn we got Mantle of Inspiration because it was higher.
Well, if you get temp HP, whichever one's highest will take the place of.
Yeah.
Well, as I have 8, and a Twilight Sanctuary is only a 1d6.
Yeah. I'm not
All
going
right.
to bother rolling it for the moment.
Tyrion is going to move up a step. First thing he is going to do is use Channel Divinity, Preserve Life.
Okay.
Oriwalla, Oriwalla regains 5 HP. Magdalene and Shadow, you both regain 10 HP.
I can't.
Oh shit.
Neither can I.
Yeah, keep
Oh.
in mind that a lot of the damage that we took reduced our HP, so I'm at the absolute max.
As am I.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you might want to rethink that plan.
Oh.
It was a good thought. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Turn undead. Does that help here?
it can. I mean, you don't know.
Make them run away, which
Yeah.
is. But that would probably send them into the town.
Whole new problem.
That's a whole new problem I'd rather not deal with.
Oriwalla, does it look like you can get any sort of healing?
I mean, I took 5 points.
Alright then, that's... Okay. Okay. Ian is going to cast at 3rd level. Hold on, where is it?
So you're not casting Preserve Life.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Huh?
That's fine.
Why is this not letting me cast it at a higher level?
It does.
Let me cast it.
You just mark the spell slot. It doesn't.
Alright. You know what? Here we go. Tyrion is casting Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
That's the main lady. That is 6d6 radiant damage.
All right.
That it is.
What's the description of
Guiding bolt is a ranged spell attack, so you still have to roll to hit.
Yeah.
I
A bunch
can
of
post
damage,
it.
and then the next person to attack it gets advantage
I can.
Yeah.
if it hits.
All right, roll to hit.
Sorry,
21.
I wasn't trying to.
Lady, does 16 hit?
16 does hit.
All right, then I'm gonna roll an additional 2d because I'm casting it at 3rd level.
Sorry about the roll. I didn't mean to do that. I was
Mhm.
trying to display it.
You're fine.
Nice.
That's an additional 6 points of a total of 27 radiant damage to her face.
All right.
And Tyrion is gonna scream out, "Free out now,
No.
bitch! You're dying! I
Alright.
can't heal you!"
All right.
That's it.
So with that, we're going to just so everybody does their thing. We're gonna end the session on the fact that Tyrion went blasty right in this lady's face, and that's the game, everyone. Hello everyone, Future Undead K here. So our last session of Barovian Daze did go on a little bit longer than anticipated. Typically when we stream, we do a little outro. Everybody just says, hey, I'm so and so, this is where you can find me. We did not have a chance to do that, so I did go ahead and say that, hey, I'll do it for you this go around. So yeah, our first character, Magdalene Briers, is a Hairkin Rogue and is currently being played by Luna. You can find Luna over at Summable Draws on her Twitter, where she shares her art. From time to time, she also does do commissions, so I definitely recommend keeping an eye on her Twitter for information on that. Our next character is Oriwala Dardendrian, a tiefling fighter played by Striders. His Twitter handle is at Strider Winters, but you can also find him most frequently over on the Bardic Nox Twitch channel in a One Piece Marines TTRPG, as well as Bardic's Discord server as a moderator. Next, we have Zatari, last name redacted, who is an ASMR bard being played by Attired By. ATB pops up on various Twitch channels from time to time, one of which being Sundays for Rebels of Spyra over on the Bardic Nox channel. Our next character is Shadow of a Star, the Tabaxi cleric. Shadow is played by Reese. You can find them through Twitter at ReeseFelice, as well as occasionally popping up in various friend streams. Our final adventurer is Tyrion Hellbrum, our tiefling cleric being played by Random Raccoon. You can currently find him over at a raccoon random on Twitter, and I advise keeping an eye on that channel for announcements in regards to some stuff going on for his future Twitch channel, so definitely keep an eye on that. And lastly, I have been Undead K. You can find me here on my YouTube channel, which should have more content popping up in the near future. I can also be found on Twitter at K_undead, Facebook by searching for Undead K, and my personal Twitch channel, as well as afternoons, or Wednesday afternoons, excuse me, over on Nerds with Dice, their Twitch channel, playing in a Kingdom Hearts TTRPG. Tune in to my Twitch every other Thursdays as I act as your undead guide through the land of Barovia with Curse of Strahd Barovian Daze. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, do something kind for yourself today, and may all your dice rolls be high.